I'm James Amales Manillo, and now we will talk about digital curriculum and inclusive education. So first, I read the learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, students will be able define what a digital curriculum is and list its case components. Skills analyze how specific digital tools enhance learning for diverse students' needs. And A, which is the attitude, is appreciate the value of using technology to make education more inclusive and accessible. So, what is digital curriculum? So, digital curriculum refers to educational content and tools provided through digital technology. It supports teaching and learning by using devices such as computer, tablets, smartphones, and interactive boards. So, mo ni mga digital tools na atong mga gamiton para sa atuang curriculum. So, mostly mga high school ang makagamit ani, college, and I think elementary grade 5 to grade 6 is na sila mga digital tools. So, it includes online lesson, educational videos, app and games, and virtual classroom. And also, learning platforms like Google Classroom, Google Meet, etc. So, what is inclusive education? So, inclusive education means that all students, regardless of their ability, their disability, language, gender, or background, learn together in the same classroom. Bisag, providing support for everyone and ensuring that no one left behind, right? So, no one left behind, no one separated, and no one is treated as less than or different. Muna sa the inclusive education. So, how digital curriculum support inclusive education? So, there are many ways that digital learning tools help make education more inclusive. One is the accessibility. So, tools like text-to-speech, closed caption, and voice typing help students with disabilities like mga screen readers, mga ingana sa mga text-to-speech, right? So, second is the personal personalized learning. So, students can learn at their own speed with materials that match their level. So, every student learns at a different pace. Digital tools allow each student to move through lesson at your own speed and based on your own level. If you need more time, you can take it, right? If you're ready to move ahead, you can do that too, right? More nice personalized learning. While that number three is the multimedia content, videos, animation, and interactive tools support different learning styles. So not everyone learn best by reading. So napay uban na might be visual learners, other might learn better by listening or doing something interactive. So nasa yung mga multimedia content. While the language support, number 4 is language support. Translation tools help students who speak different language understand the lesson. So some students speak different language at home and that can make learning in school hard harder. So there are many student na Tagalog sa ilang balay but in school is need magbisaya. So masagol nila ang Tagalog ug Bisaya like ingana. Number 5 is the remote learning. So students who can physically attend school can still learn through online platforms. So the best example of this is the online class, right? So what if a student sick or can come to school for a long time? So with the help of digital learning, they can still join class virtually. So they can keep up lesson updated bisag napakasabalay or anywhere with internet access, right? So this was especially important during the pandemic, right? Dili ta pwede mag face to face, so natay laing way or natay plan B. So magpa-load ra ka tas mo atay ra ka online class, so gapadayon na Japon, right? Yan na. So to let's move to global perspective of digital curriculum and inclusive education. So, did you know around the world, many countries are use digital tools to make education more inclusive. So ni kuha ra kog tulo ani. So tulo ka country kay dili hurot tanan. So number 1, Finland. Use a mix of digital and in-person learning to meet students' need. They use a combination of digital and in-person learning. This helps meet the individual needs of the student. While the India is platform like Diksha provide digital lesson in many language. So the government of India created a platform called Diksha, which offer free digital lesson in many Indian languages. So mo sa picture. So this help students across different regions and language backgrounds access quality education. While number 3 is the United States. So school use assistive technology to support students with disabilities. Since ang school across in the United States, they use assistive technologies to support students with disabilities, like in the picture, screen readers, audiobooks, and learning apps for special needs. The best example of this is kani sa United States. So let's go to the leadership in digital and inclusive curriculum development. Excuse me. So leaders in education. It involves the principal, the school heads, the curriculum developers, and policymakers play a key role. So these leaders na akong na-mention is a big role in making sure digital and inclusive education is available to everyone. Pero syempre, if good leaders ang nasa taas, they provide training for teacher in digital and inclusive teaching. So the teacher will train on how to use digital tools effectively. Pag if ang teacher is fully expertise na sa digital tools, so they share to the students. They share their knowledge to their students, right? And ensure devices and internet access for all students. Kung kahinatasan like principal and school heads, muhatag og mga digital tools sa mga teachers, dapat pong ipakapin ang free wifi, right? Kay if walay internet access ang usa ka school, so mo sa lang daw digital tools na ilang gihatag. So mag-provide sila og internet access like free wifi for all, free wifi for that campus, ingana.